Hey guys, it's Haylie Pomroy, author of the Fast Metabolism Diet, #1 New York Times best-selling book. When I set out to write the Fast Metabolism Diet, my goal was to change lives and people's relationships with food. Using food, turning towards food, looking as food as medicine, but also using food and the micronutrients associated with food to heal the metabolism. Remember that metabolism affects every aspect of your life, every dream you have, every passionate emotion you have, every moment of success that you have is a nutrient-dependent event. In creating the Fast Metabolism Diet, we've sold millions of copies of books. We have 47 languages. We're pretty popular internationally. One of the things that happened to me was I was bombarded with people that needed help. I think especially in the diet space, we're hardwired, right, for connection. And then we become rewired for protection. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times going through several diets can kind of insult our bodies. It can insult our spirit. It can insult our psyche. And it can definitely affect our relationships with food. So I decided to kind of head out there and really try to draw a line in the sand and say, hey guys, we're going to make peace with food. We're going to fall in love with food. We're going to put power on your plate. And then I found myself very alone in the process. And by that, I mean that there's a lot of people that believe in not eating is part of a nutrition plan, that fasting is some crazy nutrition concept, but we forgot the food, right? Keto is some obscure, crazy metabolic dysfunction that we put our body in order to burn fat. And as I was fighting this battle and I was saying, no, you guys, there's power of food, I felt very alone. And so I decided personally to go out and recruit people and individuals to help me in this process. And I created a very, very rigorous coaching program so that I could have colleagues that were aligned with the philosophy that your body has the capacity to heal, that you have the capacity to heal your metabolism, even speed it up. And in that process, I have met some incredible people. And so today, you guys, I have a very, very special guest with me. She is one of my most favorite mosty coaches. Her name is Donna Kalt. And she's going to be here with us today to answer a bunch of questions, tell us a little bit about her journey. And so I want to start by introducing you all to Donna. Donna, thank you so much for being with me today, being with our community today. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
Thank you. And I appreciate you so much.
We've had a lot of fun together talking about clients and cases and individuals that get stuck, that hit plateaus, that have, crazy dynamic lives that need help and support. And so, Donna, I want to ask you, how did you come into this community? Was it, how long ago did you find out about the Fast Metabolism Diet, the concept of falling in love with food? When did that happen for you?
About 10 years ago, I was going through some hard times and I was looking for that next best thing. I was a constant yo-yo dieter going from plan to plan and center to center. And I came upon Haylie's book and I read it quickly. Then I got the audio tape. I listened to it in the car every minute I could. And I decided I'm going to be committed to this plan. Fast forward, it was so easy. Every time I go on her plans, I'm successful. I feel great. I started sharing her plan with all of my friends. They asked me, what are you doing? Your hair looks great. Your nails, your face, everything. You look so good. And I said, it's all about what we put in our body. And I started to educate my friends. Then I saw that Haylie had a cruise for all of us to come learn even more with her. And I said, I want to meet this woman. She's amazing. And I went. I met some great people. I actually met my best friend that we talk just about every single day on the cruise. She's also a coach and she is on the same journey with me. And it's just great to have that camaraderie. Also, I then saw a couple months later, Haylie decided to offer a coach class for us. So I went through the level 1 class, the level 2 class, and my reason for doing it was I really wanted to learn more. I knew I had been helping my friends and family, but when people would ask me why, and I would say, because Haylie says, I wanted to really know the science. Why does she tell us to do this? And that is really exciting to me. I feel so educated and, I just love helping people and coaching.
So Donna, you said something that was really interesting to me just a second ago, and you talked about you took the level 1 class and the level 2 class. So the level 1 certification has a ton of classes in it. And I've had a lot of the coaches, tell me like there's a ton of homework, there's a ton of clinical work, there's a lot of, coaching, right, before you get to become a coach. Was there a part of the level 1, and it's a lot, I know it's a lot, but there's no way I wanted you guys to not have the resources that we need as people needed. So tell me a little bit about, let's start with the level 1 training that you went through. It's a series, it's an extensive series of several, 18 or something, several courses. What was your favorite part of that? What were some of the nuances that you learned that you took into clinical practice?
Well, one of the things I have to say is your videos were amazing. You were so educational and it was easy to follow. And, we all have my background actually is a teacher, and we all have different learning styles. And I just love how you use all of those, the visual, the auditory, even tactile. You had us make certain cards, just to constantly get in our brains all these concepts that we are learning. My favorite was definitely talking with the other coaches and going into the Q&A sessions when we had questions, and you actually brought in some of your clients and we would do clinicals with you. I just really felt special, and I felt like there was no other way to learn this. Also, I was fortunate enough to already be coaching some of my friends and family, and I got to use what we learned in level 1 as part of the homeworks to actually coach these people, put them on the different plans, see what was working. So before you even get certified, you just really are comfortable with the whole plan.
So Donna, we talk a lot about clients in our Q&A sessions and stuff. And one of the things that you bring to the table a lot is, and you've made me a better label reader, but you're so good at making sure that we don't have metabolism disruptors in our grocery bags. And it's so hard to, and what we mean by metabolism disruptors is things that you consume or put on your body that actually slow your rate of fat burn, that actually slow your metabolism. And so tell me a little bit about, because you are like the bad ingredient detective. That's what we kind of say about you. So where did that come from? And I'm going to back up and say one thing. It's so cool that we have teachers that have become coaches, because the way in which you present the data, really, you're so vested in your clients, being able to understand how to heal their metabolism. So I appreciate why you wanted to have, a large capacity of understanding too. But how did you get so savvy at label reading and ingredient reading and really making sure that those things that really slow the metabolism are out of your client's space?
Well, one of the things was when you break it down so easily and tell us the foods that are compliant and not compliant, it made us easy for us to go into the supermarket, pick something up, and just turn it over and say, okay, this looks good. It doesn't have any of those hidden ingredients. But every once in a while, something that you might have been using and you think is great and on plan, the manufacturers decide to change up their recipes or throw in different ingredients. And nobody's really paying attention because you think, oh, I've used this brand for years. I'll tell you a quick little story that I had a 70-year-old couple, and they were just so cute and had been on fast metabolism for a long time and would lose 1 or 2 pounds and just didn't understand why they weren't having the results they wanted. So we went through everything and we really looked at exactly what she was eating. And she, for example, said she always, loves her turkey bacon. And I had her take a picture of the back. And I said, oh, there's honey in this turkey bacon. Right. And she was shocked. She was eating it so much, and so was her husband. And just that one little tweak, both of them lost over 10 pounds in the 28 days, which was amazing. And it's really interesting. I never really liked to go food shopping, but now I get so excited to find, different things that I can put into my diet. And I'm educating my whole family. They're really on board with everything. And it's so cute that my son, who was in his 20s, goes to the market and will take a picture and say, "Is this compliant?" And it just makes me laugh that I have him using the words now. But, yeah, we have to teach our kids and we have to educate ourselves and pass it on to them and, just make them have a healthier life.
And it's so unfortunate when you go into a grocery store and there is a section that says health food. I mean, what is all the rest of it, right? What is the rest of it? How is that not just completely blowing our mind that we have to have a section for healthy food? That it's a food store. I mean, we should just, I can't even imagine in marketing, right? If we had a section in the food store or 80-90% of the food store said unhealthy food, especially in things that we buy for our kids, like you said, your son, we are getting bombarded by individuals that are 20, 25, 22, well under their 30s that are having issues with arrhythmia, cholesterol issues, weight gain, fatigue, depression. I mean, these kids, but it's so much to the source of the food that they're eating and that they're consuming. And it takes a coach, it really takes somebody that dedicates a lot of time, energy, and effort. When we are dealing with mental health issues and stress, I'm a big advocate for counseling. Individuals that have taken time to really study and research, trials and techniques that work to help deal with stress and stressors in the body. I'm that way also in business. I've used a coach every week for the last 27, 28 years. And I use a coach to help me with my nutrition. And so for me, it was really organic when we started certifying coaches, that people need this. People need that human connection to help get unstuck. And so when you talk about a client that simply had to change an ingredient in bacon, something that was slowing her and his both rate of burn, that's really big. When you are coaching clients, what are some of the things that maybe because we're so indoctrinated in this, you go, oh, no, duh, right? But what are some of the common things that you see that people are struggling with in healing their metabolism?
I would say just the things that they're putting into their body. I see friends who tell me they have knee pain and I know how much sugar she eats and she has to have her Starbucks latte with all the syrup. And I say to her, please, just for 1 week, lay off the sugar and tell me how you feel. And in 1 week, she feels great. Another big one is dairy. There's certain foods that you've made all of us aware of that just is not good for, inflammation. So just giving people your 10 do's and 10 don'ts and going through all of the foods that we should be eating is one of the biggest things that I found.
So there's one thing about saying take dairy out of your diet, take sugar out of your diet. There are hundreds of thousands of studies that show that they are pro-inflammatory, that they cause, mucus in the body, that they cause joint pain, joint inflammation. They can be immunosuppressive. But it's sometimes really hard, right? We're going to go back to the label reading for a second. It's really hard to find those hidden names of dairy, the hidden names of corn. But with coaching, part of what you do is you do an inventory, right, of what they're currently consuming, but also help them find alternatives. So we try to not be all about the no. We try to be about a pivot, right? Look, maybe that's not going to be what gets you healthy. Sugar, refined sugar, any sugar is not on your getting healthy list, right? It is not going to be the vehicle for which you are going to become more healthy. Dairy is not going to be the vehicle for which you are going to become more healthy. And it's not going to be the vehicle that you're going to lose weight or have better flexibility or mobility or energy, any of that. So give me some tips if a person's come and because I know a lot of people out there are really addicted to sugar, to refined sugar. What are some things that you do with your clients that help them get off sugar?
Well, I have found that either xylitol or monk fruit, the two of your, and stevia have really helped to give you that sweetness that you might need. So Haylie has tons of recipes, even candy recipes that you can get that little bunch of sweet. My favorite.
I'm gonna interrupt you really quick, and then I want you to tell me your favorite.
Mhm.
But Donna, what you just did is what I love that you do as a coach. Is instead of saying I want you to not do it and buy yourself a new T-shirt or a new blouse once you've not done it, once you've muscled it out for 30 days. What you just did was said sweets are okay. Let's find a natural way, an organic way through a birch xylitol or a whole monk fruit or a whole organic stevia. Let's find a way to feed you well and feed that desire. Like that is huge. What you do for your clients in that way, that is huge, because the diet industry does just the opposite. It says you're bad if you can't do without.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to watch. Those of us that have been on every diet, I mean, there's so much guilt and shame associated with it. So I love what you said. So tell me your favorite dessert now, because we believe in desserts. We believe that pleasure stimulates the metabolism. We all share dessert recipes with each other, and we celebrate the food that we make together. So share with me your favorite.
Sure. My biggest one is taking frozen cherries, putting them in a blender with 100% cacao and a handful of spinach and water, and just making this delicious shake or smoothie. I came from Philadelphia, and we had something called water ice, which was basically chocolate, sugar, and water. And I swear that this tastes exactly like chocolate water ice to me. And
I love it.
I've introduced it to. So that's my favorite. I also take almond butter that I make homemade, just throw raw almonds in a blender, and I make little balls and I coat them with cacao, and it just really gets rid of that sweet tooth craving.
So we want everybody to know that part of healing the metabolism is having pleasure when you experience food. And Donna, we talk a lot about recipes. I now want to go make that dessert. But how easy would you say some of the recipes? Like, do you help your clients make things that you can freeze? Like, are you really into convenience? What type of a coach would you say that you are for people in food preparation?
Well, as you always say, we have to, where you're at is where we need to start and work with you. If you're a busy person, I'm not going to ask you to make a 5-course meal. It could be something easy, just a protein or a vegetable and your carb that is on, your plan for the day, instead of making maybe, a stew or a chili or something that would take a little bit more time. But a really good practice would be to cut out some time over the weekend and just make big batches of food to freeze, so that when you come home, you're not grabbing something, cookie or a pretzel. You have actual food that you've already prepared that's ready to go. And I can help you with all of that.
That's what I was going to say. So do you interview people and find out what their life is like and find out what their schedule is like, and then pull specific recipes that would be easy for them?
100%. I actually have a woman who I coach once a week, and she likes side dishes and she needs more vegetables. So we go through different recipes and we find the foods that she likes, and we, make her a little meal map for the week of all the foods that she's going to eat. And when you have that meal map in front of you, you just know what to expect. You're not thinking about food 24/7. You just know it's on my sheet. This is what I'm going to eat, and you'll be more prepared and more successful doing that.
And so it all clicked for me now. You've been lesson planning as a teacher. That's why you're so good at meal mapping with people. I just clicked because it's a real struggle for me. People always have. In fact, it's some of the reasons why I refer people out to you guys so much, is because, I'll go in with this big old concept and stuff, and they say, well, now we've got to sit down and do the meal maps and stuff like that. And I go, huh? It's hard for me.
Yes.
And you guys are so good at it. Yeah. Now I get it. I get it now. So Donna, I know that we've talked a lot about individuals that go through menopause and their metabolism slowing, and really about how we eat to heal the metabolism more as we age a little bit. We have individuals that come in for coaching because they want to move the scale, but really they want a lot of the non-scale victories. They want more energy. They want flexibility, mobility to reduce their pain. And we talked a little bit about, individuals that are having hormone-based osteoporosis issues. What do you see that's going on, or do you have any experience with us women that are starting to experience those kinds of things?
Yes, I actually was recently diagnosed with osteoporosis. So I went to see a doctor, and right away she said to me, you need to have dairy. I want you to start drinking milk, and you need to eat cheese. And I said to her, I don't do dairy. And she said, okay, then what about those gummies that you can take that has calcium? And I said, do they have sugar in them? And she said, oh, I think so. And I said, well, I don't eat sugar. And then she gave me an exam, and as she was touching my pressure points, she said to me, oh, you don't have inflammation. And I said, yes, because I don't have dairy or sugar. And she didn't laugh. She didn't think it was funny. But the next time I went to see her, I brought a book that, Haylie's book. And as we were talking, I educated her about, there's a different way to put, as you say, power on your plate with food, and not, the things that we are finding out are not good for us. As far as women with that, just pills are the answer. I've been taking your supplements now, and I feel great. And, it really is for, as we get older, we want to be healthy with our weight, but it is the energy as we get older, the mobility, like you said, and just finding the plan that works for you. You have so many different plans, and depending on what you're going through, hormonal, menopause, we have a plan that we can put you on and help you and, guide you through.
So that's and you bring up a great point, Donna. A lot of people, I travel a ton, I work a ton, I love what I do. So it feels, I feel guilty even calling it work, right? But people ask me a lot, like I take supplements for this, this crazy hair, my skin, my nails, my bones, my autoimmune disorder, for energy, for my immune system. Can you help navigate? The supplement world is so gross and so dirty. I've been in it for almost 30 years now. It's shocking. And I will say after the pandemic, not only have the ingredients in our food gone down significantly, the raw ingredients and supplementations is just gross. It's just awful. One thing that I love being able to help people through is help them navigate their particular supplement regimen. Is that a service that you offer also, helping people navigate that?
Yes, I think I've tried every one of your supplements. I daily probably take at least 10 of the different supplements.
Me too.
And I'll never stop, because I, knock on wood, I shouldn't even jinx myself. I have never gotten COVID. I don't get colds. I used to get sinus infections like crazy until I started doing your histamine. I always had a bad stomach. I take your probiotics, and enzymes. My stomach has gotten better. The minute my kids have a stomach ache, I pull out those probiotics. Even my little dog, I started giving her probiotics when she, had a stomach issues. I open up those little capsules and put that in her food. And within, hours, she's feeling much better. So I've used so many of them, and I know they work. And as you said, everything is so dirty out there. If you look in the back, some of them have sugars and fillers, and yours are just clean, and I will only use your supplements.
Well, thank you. Me too. If I can't make them cleaner than anybody else, I don't make them. It's not an easy journey, but I really do like how well you help navigate people what to select, what to use. And also, like you said, we expect, there's no reason we want anybody to take anything that we don't expect it to evoke a change in the body. I mean, that's what's, I think, so important. Sometimes people just take them because, someone told them they should be, or they are good. But I think with coaching with you and you tracking things and helping people monitor things, you can really tell what improvements are or aren't being made, and when to pivot and when to put it in. Donna, I know a lot of people are going to want to coach with you. How do people get a hold of you?
So you can contact me by my email, which is fmdcoachdonna@gmail.com, or you can text me at 732-261-3303, and I will generally get back to you within, a couple hours. I always have my phone with me. So I'm here.
So
I'm here to help you.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second. So you guys, if you're coaching or emailing, it's to schedule an appointment. Please, we have a massive community. These people have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on education on your behalf so that they can coach you, that they can help you, that they can have the resources to help you navigate your grocery list, your recipes, your supplementation. You need help. It's hard to be healthy right now. You need help. I need help. We all need help. Fortunately, our coaches are extremely skilled and trained. What I'm going to ask you not to do is don't email or text Donna, questions about the FMD, about the phase, about whether you can have broccoli or anything like that. Donna is here to coach you one-on-one, to work with you through where you're stuck, where you need help, where you need support. She does coaching for people that are commuting in the car, Zoom coaching, phone coaching, in-person coaching if you're close and you're local. So Donna, thank you so much for giving everybody your contact information, but please only use it. I don't want to take advantage. Only use it to schedule an appointment, and schedule an appointment as quickly as you can. So Donna, if someone is out there right now, so we all coach each other too in our Q&A sessions and in our advanced clinicals. What do you think the benefit of somebody having a coach? How have you benefited from having a coach?
I think accountability is the most important thing, because, you wake up every Monday and say, here we go. And maybe by Wednesday you're ready to quit. But if you have a coach, we can say to you, come on, we got to do this. How can I help you? I will do anything to help you succeed. And if that means planning your meals, going grocery shopping with you, Zooming while you're grocery shopping, helping you with that, I can rotate all of the plans we have, anything that we can do to help you, I'm here for.
That's awesome. That's great. And Donna, one thing that you said was, you're really good at shortening the gap. So my problem is I get blindsided by things. Like if I'm not prepared when I travel, or I'm not prepared when I land after a plane, or I'm not prepared. And so sometimes when I lean into our coaches, I'll be like, it's been 3 weeks and thank God I'm taking my shake every day and I'm, doing my vitamins, and I'm sure that's what's keeping me knitted together. But I feel like, for me, I always double down coming into the holidays, so that if a margarita accidentally falls into my mouth, I'm going to survive the process. I'm going to thrive during the process. I'll say it that way. So finding those blind spots is one of the things that I feel like coaching really helps me with. Like you said, having the support and the accountability. I think the other thing is selecting plans. So we do have about 18 formal different nutrition plans that you can layer in and adopt into your lifestyle. And then like we call, Donna can spin the plan specific for you, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, whether you're traveling, whether you're at home, whether you like to crock or use the slow cooker or whatever it is for your body. She can spin them and customize them, right? But Donna, what do you think? Why do you think it's important that it's not a one size fit all or a one moment fits all, right? If a person, like we just had it, one of our coaches, we've had car accidents, we've had breast cancer, where people have major life altering situations. Why do you think it's so important that you have this vast of a toolbox available to you from nutrition?
Because when we have our initial consultation, I will find out what your wish list is, but I will also find out what issues you're having. So if it's pain and inflammation, or if it's diabetes, high blood pressure, if you have colitis or Crohn's or an autoimmune disease, I can customize the plan for you, because again, one plan might not work for everybody. So I'm going to help you customize your plan so you're as successful as you can be.
That's awesome. And it's so funny because when I first started practicing having an autoimmune disorder and an out of control autoimmune disorder, I thought my whole practice is going to be dedicated to autoimmune disease. And then I got in the fertility space and I was making babies left and right. It was awesome. And now it's these, complex cases that seem to be kind of my particular niche. Do you have a passion for, it's funny because we have a lot of conversations, like you see a lot of our male clients too. You're pretty savvy with laying down muscle, burning belly fat. Do you have a particular like niche or passion that drives you, or are you just fascinated by it all?
I'm actually fascinated by it all because every case I see, I get to learn, and learning for me is really, it's exciting for me. And, I learn from them. I really like learning from each of my clients.
And Donna, that goes back to you having a professional history and a desire to be a teacher, right? Good teachers, like we both, are constant students. And every problem, every, roadblock, we are seeking and hunting a solution for it. So I think it's awesome. And I think it's one of the things that makes you such an exceptional coach. So Donna, tell us one more time. I know a lot of people are going to want to schedule. You guys, please schedule, get coaching. If you're on a 10-day cleanse, get coaching. If you're doing the burns, get coaching. If you're doing the fast metabolism diet, get coaching. Invest in your health with individuals that have an extreme amount of knowledge and training and resources and access to me. I mean, we bring cases to the table and we talk about it when we discuss them. And that's always really fun for me. And I do that all the time, right? At the Institute for Neuroimmune Medicine, we have our clinicals on Friday, and I'm constantly, if I don't know, I'm bringing it to this table of individuals. And that's what we do as scientists and as colleagues. We kind of collaborate on your behalf, really on your behalf. So Donna, how does everybody get a hold of you? Tell me again. Email is?
My email is fmdcoachdonna@gmail.com, or you can text me at 732-261-3303.
Okay. So you guys only please email and text to schedule appointments. Like I said, these individuals are extremely busy, which is great, helping people just like you navigate health and nutrition and supplementation. And there's just a lot of crazy data and information out there, unfortunately. And they can help you navigate through this process. Donna, thank you so much. Is there anything that you want to say? Much. Yeah, absolutely. Those people out there right now that are thinking, maybe their metabolism can't be fixed. Maybe they're just destined to not feel well. Is there anything you want to share with them?
I have many success stories that I could share with you, and you can do it. And please call and I will help you through, and it will be fun. We need to make it fun, and I will make it fun.
That's awesome. Yes, you will. You always make all of our classes and our clinicals fun. So Donna, again, thank you so much. You guys get booked with Donna. You will be happier and healthier for it. Donna, again, thank you so much for coming on the show, and we will see each other in class this week.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.